Meh. Let's go and drop some stuff off. Back at Grand's. How's it smelling? Good? Just drop these books on the floor for now, I think. Let's see. Water that is safe to drink. Just drink that then. Put stuff in the corner cabinet. Oh, cool. After we've robbed it. Put that in there. Are we not wearing this stuff? I take it the little triangle means we're wearing the item. Newsprint. Shard, torch. I thought we dropped the torches. Banged up tomato soup. Can't remember what you do with these cattail heads. Tin of coffee. No, I think you eat the... I don't remember actually. No, you don't eat them. Oh, Tinder, that was it. Floating Fat Man, 34 months. Where's the time gone? That's a long time, bro. Sounded the blue ones are better, didn't we? We'll scrap the red ones. Wearing all that. Simple tools. What did we need the simple tools for? Can't remember what we had to use that for. Let's go out for one last loot. Use it for a pair of metal things like can opener. That's it. Cool. It's coming back. Must be at least 12 months since I played this. In fact, I think it was, because I think I said I was going to play it again when episode 3 came out, and then they announced a Reduxing. Take this rabbit weapon. September last year, was it? Blimey. This guy is not in good shape.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
What's Redux? This. They went back and redid episodes 1 and 2. Yeah, you see, you can't go down these doors. Really?
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Cooked rabbit? That's a good find. D-Duck, have a good night, sir. Oh, dog food. Yeah, bring it on.
Stuff will come in handy.
Big Moose kicks coffee. Good stuff. Tin of sardines. Done that. Metal lamp.
Could end up being useful.
Can you actually wear that as an item? I thought that might be an accessory. Apparently not, though. Oh, I need to find a hatchet. Floating. Fat man, 34 months. Worst time gone. Everybody says that, dude. I have no idea. It just flies by. Ear wraps go on the accessory saw. How do you get ear wraps? Do you have to make them or can you find them? Hey girl! That grumpy jerk at Orca left the back door open, so I snuck in and took some stuff. I thought we might need it for when we get out of here. Can't wait to get over the mainland with you where we can finally be together. For reals? I'll meet you there tomorrow. Tomorrow night, like we planned. I stashed the stuff near the big fallen tree in the marshy area behind St. Christopher's. You know, where we met that one time and drank your dad's contraband. I'll meet you there tomorrow as planned. Stash the stuff near the big fallen tree in the marshy area behind St. Christopher's. Wow, this car loot has been terrible. So the wolves are on the way. It's been okay, Bob. Last year wasn't well, last year was good until the end, you know, if you remember, but this year's been okay. Did I know a guitar works? Oh, 25 months. How do you make a proper cuppa? Thanks for doing what you do. Keep us all entertained. Thank you, Guitar West. Sorry I missed that, dude. There's a guide to reading a cuppa. Wait, have we done this one? Done this one. See if we can get back now without being bitten. Really is slim pickings. I'm sure cars normally have better loot than this. Really, Charlie? Yeah, the T guy's probably, I don't know, 6 months old maybe.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Water purifying tablets, they're pretty handy. A decent cotton... Is it... How do you pronounce that again? Is it toque? I think you pronounce it toque, if I remember. It's a Canadian thing. It looks like you guys can't decide. Toque, toque, took, tookie. Like nuke. So it's a toque.
This'll come in handy.
Wow. Guess this was the kids' room. According to Google, you got it right the first time. What, as in... So which is it then? Pronounced T-O-U-K from Google. What does that mean? Giddy. As a Canadian, you got it right the last time. What, as in toque? Jerry can.
Lamp burning.
Come to me, Jerry. Matches. Metal pail. Cured leather. Nice. Okay, we've pretty much been all down that one now. So we need to go down that way next and this way. Okay. Hey, girl. You can't touch me up here. I have diplomatic immunity. Unless, of course, they've changed that. I guess they changed that. So they changed that. You used to be able to stand on the balcony and they wouldn't attack you. Autosave 10 minutes ago. Come on, bro. What is going on with the audio? Oh, are you serious? The last time you saved it was when I was here. Are you actually serious, game? So basically, the last 10 minutes of my life, I now have to Groundhog Day repeat. Because they changed the game. So now you can't stand on balconies and claim diplomatic immunity. Oh, I got like a jerry can as well, didn't I? I need to find that jerry can. Leather. We just got this stuff. Didn't see that last time. Jerry can was here. What's that done? Exactly, Lieutenant Scroats. It's just been... Oh, hang on. It's just been revoked. Do you remember that? In Lethal Weapon. Diplomatic immunity. And then Danny Glover's like, it's just been revoked. No, I can't find a crowbar anymore. What do you mean spoiler? If you've not seen Lethal Weapon 2, a movie that's been out over 20 years, don't expect me to not to talk about it because you've not seen it. Yep, Joss Ackland. I tell you what, that's one accent I can't do. That's South African accent. Cannot do that. It's just like, when you hear it, you know it's a South African accent, but just trying to mimic it is incredibly hard. Why do you have to watch it again, Jack? It's not my fault. Years old next year. What? You want to know where time flies? 30-year-old film. Oh my god.
I think I need to lay down.
I think I need to lay down. I think the thing is, like, about Lethal Weapon is that was when I kind of first saw Mel Gibson with his kind of crazy character. You know, the crazy dude. I mean, he didn't really play it like that in Mad Max. I think he started it maybe in Mad Max. He developed it properly in Lethal Weapon. The annoying thing is, though, is like after that, he carried that craziness into a lot of other roles that he played. And I just couldn't look past it at that point. I was like, yeah, well, you were like that in Lethal Weapon. Hang on, which ones did I do on the second path? It wasn't an act, lol. Well, he derailed a bit in later life, didn't he? Crikey. Oh, that's the letter, the code thing. Hidden cache. think we've done this. I can't remember. A lot of actors end up being typecast. Do you know what? I was watching, was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I was watching, it was like a documentary about Clint Eastwood, like his life. But most of it was interviewing him, so it wasn't like about him. It was interviewing him and then looking back at stuff when he talked about it. And one of the things he said was that back in the 70s, he'd already been in a lot of, like, one of two roles, either cowboy roles or policeman roles. Which, you know, if you think about the movies he was in around about that time, makes sense. He was either playing, like, Dirty Harry type stuff, or he was playing, you know, Fistful of Dollars, that kind of thing. And he didn't want to be... He was aware that, you know, he might get typecast if he carried on playing those kind of roles. So then he went off and did things like Every Which Way But Loose, where it was like him with a couple of orangutans. And one of the reasons he did that, and people were saying, oh, you shouldn't take the role, Clint. You shouldn't take it. You should do something else. Like, you know, it's just not you. And he said, what do you mean it's not me? If you think me is just holding a gun and being either a cop or a cowboy, then you're wrong. Like, I need to find out what else I can do. And that's when he started branching out and doing other things. Because he didn't want to be typecast. He wanted to act in other ways. Don't think we went into this one.
Could make something with this.
New location discovered, Milton House. Gran Torino. I enjoyed Gran Torino. He directed that one. Wow, we found like multiple cooking pots.
What have we here?
Well, it's like, yeah, it was like Arnie when he did the, when he started doing comedy stuff. It was just so weird. Like, you'd seen him in Predator and all this kind of thing. Next thing, he's doing comedy? Like, Arnie in comedy?
Excellent.
I'm used to Arnie being Conan and Predator and Terminator, and you can't be in comedy. Oh, sneaky. Sneaky, almost didn't see that. Bank deposit key number 7.
I could use this.
Key number 7. It'll probably have papers inside. I need to get back now without dying to a wolf. It's the Whiteland. Let me hear you say... Oh, let me hear you say, way oh. Right, with your Whiteland. Thank you, sir. I tell you what, John.
This'll come in handy.
Look, money and a couple of shells. Like, woo. John Cleese. One of the worst movies I ever saw John Cleese in was, what's it called? Clockwise or something. I think it was called Clockwise. Terrible. Stupid movie. I don't think I've ever even seen that movie repeated. I don't think I've ever seen it on Sky or any of the movie channels, like, ever. It was so bad, nobody even wants to pay to rebroadcast it. I would have been. Yeah, exactly, like he was always on time. That's the whole concept of the movie, was always on time. Just, yeah. They say that people are actually walking out of the new Will Ferrell movie. I must admit, PC Tech, I saw the trailer for that, and when I watched it, I thought, that looks rubbish. I just thought, there's no way that's funny. Like, because normally they show you clips that make you laugh, and the only clips they showed you, it didn't even raise a smile. Same as that, like, Mary Poppins. I looked at that and I thought, yeah, that looks naff as well. Fleming, 49 months. I'm looking forward to many more hours of entertainment in the new year. Happy New Year to all the best of you and the family in the new year. Thank you, Fleming. Happy New Year. Okay, so I need to get some rest. Let's just dump some stuff in here. Sony tried to sell it to Netflix and they passed on it. Blimey. Gamey rabbit. Kind of feel like we should eat that now before bed. Dog food, soda. All that. Oh, we could make a herbal tea actually before bed. Can we use a fire or do we have to make our own? Disney's remaking all their old movies. Like, if you're gonna remake something, you need to do a better job. I hate it when bands do, like, they do a cover of somebody's song and it's just, it doesn't bring anything to the table. You just think, why did you bother? Jerry, can we leave that in that? Okay, can we use your fire? Yes, we can actually use your fire, that's alright. Cook, don't want a coffee. Wait, how do you make a herbal tea again? Herbal tea. Do I need something in particular to make a herbal tea? I don't hate covers, Winston. I mean, some of them are quite good. Like, Tears for Fears' Mad World, right? That's such a good song. And then it got remade as a kind of a slow a cappella version about 20 years later, I think it was. And I really appreciated that. Because it made me listen to the lyrics. Properly listen to the lyrics. Oh, I need a cup. Have I not got a cup? Can or a cup? Did I leave a can or a cup in here? Yeah, for Donnie Darko. I just thought it was so good because it made me appreciate the original song even more because it slowed it down and just, there was only the lyrics to listen to. There was no music or melody going on. So remakes can be really good. Doesn't look like I've got a cup. I have a cooking pot, but it won't let me use that. Annoyingly. Wait, where's my pot just gone? I know I left the cam behind, it's annoying. I could possibly go back and get it later, but we'll just go to sleep for a bit and get some rest. Sewing kit, forgot about that. I've heard of Bumblebee, I've not tried it. Watching it. We might need to sleep a bit more. It's not that far, Bob. It wouldn't take us that long. It's whether we can climb up the rope to go back again. That's the real problem. The throat's coming and going, Winston. I thought it was fixed, but it started twanging again a bit today. I'm still having my throat sweet. I think it's almost daylight, but not quite. Looks like Dorley's putting in an appearance. Oh, that's true, Donut. Yeah, we do have peaches. I can go and do that. Get an empty can from that. That sounds a bit windy out there. Hey, grey mother. Let's save it. Save. Right. Dolly, come on, pal. Come on. Come and say hi. Come and say hi. We've not seen you for a couple of days, have we? You little cutie. Little cute smelly dog. He always smells. As soon as he's washed, he goes digging. What music does Doyle like? Justin Bieber, Connor. I don't think so. Hannah, yeah, I can open your present. Yep, we can do that. Actually, where's my knife? Oh, the knife's gone now. There it is, under that thing though. I can see it. Just next to the bottles. ABBA are about to release another song in Sweden, so they say. I don't think they should. In all honesty, left leg. With all the wind noise, you can imagine squirrels sitting in a mountain cabin. It does sound that way, doesn't it? In game, it's like the wind's howling outside. It just sounds weird. Right, you've had enough cheesy bite things, whatever. Go on, say bye-bye. Right, let's open this box from Hannah. It's the rats one, I believe. This one, I believe, Hannah. Is that right? Right, okay. Why don't you want to have to do more music? Because Although the two guys will be able to compose and play music as well as they used to, because they're musicians, the singers, the two girls, their voices won't be anything like as strong as they used to be. No, they won't. And I saw a clip. I saw a clip a while back of one of the blonde one. What's her name? Frida. Frida was the brown one. Brown-haired one. And her voice just nothing like what it used to be. Why is the bottom falling out of this box? I don't think we want auto-tuned ABBA though, do we, Jack? Dialect, why do you think everything's for you? You're a little scumbag. Let's open that one. Agneta, that's it. Isn't it like Agneta, Bjorn, Benny, and Anna Fried, something like that? Tender beef fillets. Wagtastic. Look at that. Look at that. Let's have a go at that, shall we, Doyle? Tender beef fillets. You know, Hannah's a vegetarian, Doyle, so for her to send you that, you know? To send you beef fillets when she's a veggie. That's pretty good. You should be honoured. You should be grateful. Really, Jack? I didn't know that. I didn't know that's why they're called ABBA. Wow. What do you think of that, Doyle? He's having it. Yep, he's eating that. That'll keep him quiet for a second while I open something else. El Squirrello, the great... What's that say? The great and what? The great and something nutty overlord. The great and... Oh, the great and merciful nutty overlord. The bottom's falling out the box. Should you salvage it to toner box from work? Well, that's very resourceful. It's a t-shirt. Look at that. I can't believe I paused my game for this. That's Brill. What a Brill t-shirt. That's getting worn. Right, what's this one? This looks like a doily one. Ooh, Doyle, look at this. Bacon sizzlers. You'll be lucky if you get to eat these, Doyle. I might have to eat these for you, pal. Bacon sizzlers. See, why don't they do things like this for humans? Why does it have to be for a dog? Right, what's this one? This one says... Doyle, can you not do that? That's my headphone cable. Youngest daughter. Daughter the younger, it says. Should we open it on her behalf or not? Should we open it on her behalf? Do we just give it to Hannah or do we open it for her? What do you think? What was your intentions?
Not gonna allow him to smell that.
It's called bacon. No, I mean in like a handy bag like that. Like a snack bag. Daughter the eldest. What's that one? The Queen of the Nut House, Mrs. Squirrel. You want me to open it? This is for Mrs. Squirrel. Give them to the daughters and son, will do. No sneak peeks from mum and dad. Lol. How did you manage to get wrapping paper that you can't rip? Like plastic wrapping paper? We're in. It's a box that says fragile on it. It's a mug.
Yay!
It's a mug that says, "Beware, crazy Westie lady."
I love it, thank you.
She loves it. That's a thumbs up.
Oh, it's cute.
Hang on, let's get rid of this box. What's this one here? This is El Squirrello. Oh, I've got 2. Blame Tesco's for that one. She loves it. Whoa! Whoa, look at this. Warning. Carolina Reaper nuts. Carolina Reaper peanuts. It's got a warning on it. It says, these peanuts are made from the world's hottest chilies. Please use with extreme care. What does it say? Coated with Chili Wizard's own insane chili seasoning. Dog, you wouldn't want one of these, pal.
Not one of them. Here, have a sizzler.
Hang on, is this? Who's this one for? Right, so this big box is for senior, and then these 2 are for the daughters. Oh,
Oh, oh.
it wasn't marked fragile, was it, Hannah? And there's one more down here. What's this one? I think this is a doll one. Schmackers! Doll's busy eating those snacks, Hannah.
He loves the sizzlers.
He loves them scissors, Hannah.
Not gonna lie, they smell good.
They do. Can we get some GGs in chat for Hannah, please, guys? Mrs. Squirrel approved. Gifts. Thank you very much for that awesome t-shirt. Great gifts for Doyle. Some Reaper nuts for me. And some 3 undisclosed presents for the other 3. Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you. Love the labels as well. Gift tags.
Yeah, the gift tags have got little Westie dogs on them. Absolute top choice. You've had enough there, pal.
Oh, baby.
Can I have a tea?
Yeah.
Wow, my character's hungry again. Can't believe how much the characters need to eat in this game. There's a letter in the address label packet. Wait, what? Do you know what, Hannah? It's a good job you said that, because I completely missed it. This is actually a letter. I would have totally missed that. Blimey. Do you want me to read it out, Hannah? Let's grab some grub out of here. Food. Let's see. Let's eat. Crunchy stuffs. Okay, well, we're not going out in that weather, so while we're here, let's waste some time cutting things up. You can, nothing secret, okay. Let me get some rubbish out of here. Can you not, like, filter by things that you're not wearing? Just to make life a bit easier. Wait, I don't want to repair that. I want to harvest it. It says, "Dear Squirrel, It wouldn't be Christmas, it wouldn't be a Christmas letter to the nutty overlord without me questioning where in the nutty heck the year has gone already. It's flown again, and what a whirlwind it's been. Speaking of whirlwind. I don't even know where to begin expressing my gratitude for being able to part of the amazing team and this one-of-a-kind community. The past year, I've experienced loss like I could never have imagined. When my granddad passed away in September, and I cried so much it felt like I was drowning in everything. Once again, the community kept me company and looked after me until I was mostly back on my feet again. There are still really hard days when I miss him tremendously, but I know the Nut House is always there. Oh. Equally, there has been great joy and laughs that make me literally cry and gasp for breath. Life keeps going from strength to strength, despite the little bumps in the road. With friends like the Nut House team, there is never a dull day, and there's always someone with a joke to tell or an unmistakable laugh to share. How blessed we are to call this bunch of nuts our family. Bunch of nuts. All this to say, Merry Christmas, oh Nutty Overlord, and all the Nutters. I hope you and your family like the little presents, which are but a small token of gratitude for all the joy, laughter, and friendship you brought to the lives of so many of us in the Nut House. Merry Christmas, Hannah Louise. P.S. Stop making me buy games, please. My bank account hates you only a teeny, tiny little bit. Hannah, thank you so very much. It's a lovely letter. We are indeed completely blessed and totally nutty in the Nut House, as you well know. And we're all very fortunate. And I'm sorry about your granddad. I know that really knocked you back, as it does. But Mrs. Squirrel loves her gifts. I love my gifts. Doyle definitely likes his gifts, and I'm sure the other three will too. Thank you, Hannah. Have we got like a book or something that we need to learn? Didn't I get some books from somewhere? I can break these up. There was some stuff that I had to, there was one that taught me how to do something. We don't need them. You don't read the book of story mode, it unlocks side quest. Ah, I did not know that. She wrote a letter, which I've read out. It was actually in the green wrapping. Totally missed it until she pointed it out. Sewing kit.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Do flares still, do they frighten the wolves or not? No cooking pots in the inventory. What? I thought I had 3 cooking pots? Oh, I have to click that specifically. Boil water. Side quest, the basics of survival. I see. Find and harvest some medicinal flora native to Bear Island. Rishi tea, old man's beard, wound dressing. We've got some of that. We've got some of that. Repair clothing items ×3. We could probably do that.
Fantastic! Oh, fantastic!
Connor, just thought I'd let everyone know that I've moved from 12th to 11th highest chatter. I'm coming for you, Captain Flint and Pringles in the top 10. Lol, Connor. Wow. Need to carry that around. Well, carry that cup of coffee around. You never know when you just need that extra stamina. Painkillers, we'll move some of them over. Matches, we'll do all them. Hannah, Mrs. Squirrel's just gone off and read your letter. And said it brought tears to her eyes, virtual hugs to you. Just so you know. A tin of coffee. Actually, we'll pour that coffee in there because then we can make some on demand, which is cool. Right. So does that mean we've now... Yeah, 1 of 3, it's cool. They need repairing quick, don't they? It's midday outside and the weather is so bad. So incredibly bad. I don't even think we can go out. No, I didn't get my can back, but we should be able to make one. Hang on. Wait. Have I not got a can? How do I convert this into a can? Do I not just use this thing on it? If I drink that, why don't I end up with an empty can? Well, because I presume you need the can to make like a cup of something. Like a cup of coffee. Peaches, dog food, or tomato soup only. Really? Okay, well we've got dog food. Hang on. Dog food, there we go. Eat or drop. How do we harvest it? Do we have to actually eat it and then we'll get a can at the end? Where's the can? There it is.
happy anniversary, Nutter.
Okay, weather's calmed down. YFG1, the beard is getting pretty good. Is that, I thin it out, YFG, I'm not letting it grow any longer. But thank you. Need to find a weapon, really. You have to drop one herbal tea and pick it up and put it back in the pot to cook. Known as antibiotic properties when ingested as a kind of tea. Nice. Jason B, I didn't read your message, did I? 23 months, almost 2 years. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I was watching VODs of you playing Transport Fever and you're almost death from buying that 55-inch OLED 4K.
This is just terrible.
I remember that. And hours later, she absolutely loved it.